Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jonathan Sellers.
And I'm Danielle Percival. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Sports. After a close call in Week 1 against UAB, the Trojan football team made sure Week 2 was still exciting, but a little less nerve-wracking. For the first time since the 2008 season, the Trojans are 2-0 to begin the year after a 66-3 victory against Savannah State in Week 2. The 66 points are the most the Trojans have scored in nearly 2 decades.
You schedule a game like that, you know that you're going to have to deal with being a heavy favorite. And you should execute well. You should, dominate the action for the most part. I thought the performance in all 3 phases was pretty good.
Though the offense has been in the spotlight, it was the defense that held the Tigers to 147 yards of offense and only 14 on the ground, as well as having 6 sacks in the game.
I want to play well every game. It's like I want to be great. So it really wasn't about the opponent this game. We was really focused on ourselves.
I trust our defense against any team out there, so it was real good seeing them out there do a lot and have fun.
For the first time this season, the defense was able to create turnovers, including a 78-yard pick six by Eli Canton, his first interception of his career.
I just saw a lot of green up in front, and I'm not going to lie, when I got to about the 30, I looked at the Jumbotron. I was seeing if anybody was behind me, but it didn't look like anybody was behind me, so I was about out of gas before I scored, so lucky it wasn't any farther than what it was.
There were a few other firsts in Saturday's game as well. 6 different Trojans recorded the first touchdown of their career, including Dallas Tidwell at the quarterback position, Daron White on the ground, and several wide receivers.
It was very exciting, because we talk about it all the time at practice about who's going to score and who's going to do this. So it was real good seeing those guys out there get a touchdown.
But right after Savannah State, the Trojans didn't have any time to waste with Arkansas State looming on the schedule the following Thursday. The Trojans were looking to go 3-0, but it was the number 4 that kept them from reaching that goal. 4 turnovers in the game proved to be too costly as the Arkansas State Red Wolves won 41-34 Thursday night. Quarterback Corey Robinson finished the game 30 of 51 for 371 yards, but was picked off 3 times in the game.
No way you can overcome that much negativity in your offense. I'm not blaming anybody. I think Corey really got pressure once or twice when he threw him away, but tried to throw him away. It looked like, and it went right to him. But we can't. I mean, he knows it. I know it. Everybody knows it. You can't do that and win a game.
However, it wasn't just turnovers that cost the Trojans.
Some of the penalties on third downs, we had big runs, and it was brought back for holding calls. So we just got to limit that in practice and get better from here.
Troy had over 600 yards of total offense, but gave up 539 yards to Arkansas State. One of the biggest problems for the Trojans defensively was giving up the deep ball.
Right now, I'm just frustrated. I feel like we should have won the game. I feel like we beat ourselves. So I feel like we just let one stay here instead of bringing it home with us, being 3-0.
With a few extra days to prepare for Mississippi State, one of the biggest challenges for the team this week will simply be refocusing.
You got to realize this part of the game, even though everybody hate losing, you just got to put it behind you and focus up on the next game. Take it a game at a time and just keep our heads in the game. Don't let this loss right here get us too down to where we can't overcome adversity in other games.
We got many more games left, and this was our first conference game, so we got to keep our heads up and keep fighting.
In the game, Eric Thomas tied the Sun Belt Conference record for the most career touchdown receptions, grabbing his 22nd of his career. But though there were bright spots, there is still work to be done in order to improve.
A lot of things we can feel good about. These guys are playing hard. They just got to play smarter.
The soccer team began a 3-game in-state road trip as they headed north last Friday to take on UAB. The Trojans allowed 3 goals in each half, falling 6-2 in the first ever meeting between the two schools. Troy came back to add 2 goals in the second half, one from Cecilia Thorngren, the other by Maddie Teakin. And Sunday, Troy traveled to the Plains as they faced Auburn, but fell again this time by a score of 3-0. Troy managed just 1 shot on goal while the Tigers got off 8 shots. Despite the scores, Coach Chris Bentley believes his team played well.
It's tough opponents. They were good for us to gauge where we're at. I think it helped us raise our standard of play. I'm not really into moral victories, but at the same time I am into progress and development, and that's what we saw this weekend. The girls responded as opposed to quitting, played 90 minutes both games and competed, made some mistakes, and you do that. But in order for us to get to the next level, we've got to start raising our standard of play, and I think this weekend will really help us do that.
The Trojan volleyball team was also on the road in Auburn over the past weekend, taking part in the Active Ankle Challenge. In the Trojans' first match on Thursday, they faced Green Bay and fell 3-1. After winning the first set 25-20, Troy fought and was close in each set, but unable to capitalize. However, they were able to fight back in their second match of the day and win 3-2 against Mercer. Kia Cheatham had 12 kills against both opponents. Then on last Friday, the Trojans faced the host team, the Auburn Tigers, and lost 3-1, finishing the tournament 1-2 overall. Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick knows his team was capable of doing better over the weekend.
And then to play Auburn and play really well in the first game, and then we didn't compete the way we should have in games 2 and 3, and it was good to see us come back in game 4, but we had a golden opportunity to beat an SEC team, and I'm honestly really disappointed in our production and how we did things on Friday night.
Kia Cheatham was named to the all-tournament team, as well as being named the Sunbelt Freshman of the Week after posting 28 kills over the weekend and having 20 blocks over the past week.
The Troy softball complex will be getting a little facelift, and last Saturday the team and athletics department hosted a groundbreaking ceremony to mark the occasion. Mitchell Spoon has the details.
On Saturday, the Troy softball team broke ground on its new $3 million facility, adding another step into the maturation of the athletic program.
More than 20 years ago, we made a commitment to step up to Division I, and Division I athletics requires that we be the best we can be, and a big part of that would be facilities.
The complex will undergo major renovations with additions that had never been seen at the university before by the staff and by recruits.
The locker rooms, the coaches' offices, the batting cages, pitching areas. So certainly the facilities, as we've talked over the last year or so, the wow factor is huge in recruiting. And when recruits come to see this facility, it will have the wow factor. We're very excited about the future of our softball program.
Coach Melanie Davis is overjoyed at the sight of all the support that has flooded the softball program.
I don't even have the words to say what this means in terms of what it means to me as a person, as a member of the Troy University family. But the fact that the Chancellor is committing the university resources along with our donor dollars to elevate our facility to the highest and the best in the Sun Belt Conference, and better than almost any facility I think in the region, it speaks volumes as to his commitment to our program, to his genuine concern and heartfelt support of our program.
For the team, the seniors are exceptionally excited due to the transition that they will experience going from the old field into the new facility.
It will be a drastic change, so this year we're probably going to have a drastic performance in the season. So yeah, we're probably going to do really good, and it's going to be a tradition now to win. That's all we have in our head this year.
Mitchell Spoon, Trojan Sports Now.
And the team also released their fall schedule with games being played at the Troy Sportsplex. It begins October 2nd against LBW Community College, followed by games October 4th, 9th, 11th, 16th, and 23rd. You can find game times and more information on TroyTrojans.com. And still to come on Trojan Sports Now, there's no football this weekend, but there's still plenty of sports action to come, and we'll get you prepared for the weekend.
But first, let's take a look back on how the season has begun for the Trojan football team with some game highlights. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.